Hello, what have we here? This is Ashton. I am back in the Nerd Cave for the first time, and it feels like forever. Life has been so busy. But I'm here today because I've gotten so much new stuff, and it is time to start making some videos on them. If you look just right here over my right shoulder, you see a very nice stack of action figures that we're going to be going through over the next few days. Well, probably next week because I got a trip this weekend, with my wife. But we're going to take a look at things. I think we're going to start out with some X-Men 97 figures because that show is up and running, and episode 4 just aired, and man, that show's so good. So I've been dying to get into these figures. So let's do that. And here's what I've picked up lately. I've gotten these 4 finished out the second wave of X-Men 97. I think today we'll probably just look at these 2 just to keep the video short, and then we will handle the villains later. I do want to say that my children are in the next room playing video games, so you'll probably hear them. There goes one of them running by. You probably heard that. So just ignore that and enjoy the opening of these figures. And there is Scott, and there's Kurt out of the package. You can see Cyclops came with some hands and extra head with the beam that plugs into the visor. I already switched out his hands to a closed fist and his hand that presses the button on his visor. Kurt, you see, he's got an extra head with the little grimace face, not like McDonald's grimace, but like a grr face. And then he's got 2 closed fists. I'll probably leave those on. I'm going to try for some kind of fun dynamic pose with him. These figures look great as always with the Marvel Legends. I'll say as always lately. We got the pinless joints on Scott, and I think on Nightcrawler as well. Yep, pinless joints. Now, I do not have the other Nightcrawler or any other Cyclops to compare these to. These are the first ones, and it took me forever to find these. I prefer to get stuff in a store, and I just looked everywhere. Every Walmart, Target around in my area, even over in New Orleans, Slidell, could not find them. Finally just broke down and ordered them off of Hasbro Pulse, and they came in, and here they are. So I don't know yet about poses, but you can see the X-Men 97 shelf behind them. I'm very excited to get them on that. So I'm going to play around with poses for a second, and then we will get them on there. Well, let's just look first. I have seen the other Cyclops figure, even the VHS ones, and this is a different head sculpt. It's more cartoony looking, which I don't really mind. I mean, these figures are, in fact, based off of a cartoon, so why shouldn't they look cartoony? The details are what you would expect. I mean, he doesn't have the most detailed of costumes, but the details that are here are great. He's got the sculpted upper parts of his boots, his thigh straps, and I guess gauntlets on his wrist, all sculpted. He's got pouches because that's a 90s costume. Of course there are pouches. Just looks great. Now Kurt, he's got there's a little paint misapplication right there, but that's fine. I'm going to try to pose him dynamically so you don't see that. But let's see, is that, yep, all that's sculpted where the paints meet. That's very nice. Top of the boots, top of the gloves, all sculpted. They've put in some work. His tail articulated a little. It's got a little, it can swing around. Doesn't really have a ball joint, so it can't go back or anything. But still, great figure. This one is a little more cartoony than the other Nightcrawler. Again, I'm okay with that because they're based off of a cartoon. So let's play around with some poses for a second, and I will be right back and show you what I've come up with. I can admit I am not the best poser in the world, but I'm all right, I guess. I always try to not have a neutral pose because that's boring. But these look great. I mean, look, that focus, there we go. Nice action shot there of Psych. Just great. They stand up well. Nightcrawler ready for some action right here. Probably gonna put him on a flight stand though. I'm gonna put him on the shelf. I gotta get more flight stands. I'm out, but I'm gonna order some more, and definitely will have him on a flight stand in some kind of cool teleportation pose. Cyclops here, probably gonna go with that. I don't know, my other figures aren't. You can look right there and you'll see them in a second when I zoom, or when I go over there and put these, but they're not crazy action poses. So that Cyclops may be a little much, but I love these figures very much. So excited that they're releasing figures for this show, because it's given me a chance to get some that I've never had, like Cyclops and Nightcrawler, for instance. And I can't wait for Series 3. No idea what it's going to be. We still need Jubilee. We need Beast. We need Morph. We need Sunspot. We need Mr. Sinister. So I'm excited. Can't wait to have them. You know, we need the characters in their street clothes also. So there's plenty of opportunities for more figures. So let's get these on the shelf and see how they look with the others. Here they are on the shelf. Definitely keeping Cyclops in that pose. I just think that looks so cool with the beam. I don't know, I might switch it out for the other face just to see. Have to change the pose because he's got a smirk, and that pose does not say smirk to me. And actually, I forgot to put Nightcrawler up. Dang, I was so focused on moving everything around. Let me get Nightcrawler. You will notice that I have since gotten a riser. Since last time, I think this was just a spice rack at Walmart. It was like 10 bucks. I just wanted to see what it looked like, and I kind of like it. Makes it easier to see the characters in the back. But let me get Nightcrawler. I feel bad that I forgot about him. And there he is. I just slid him between Rogue and Bishop. Thought that was a good spot for him. Looks great. I kept that same pose that he had on the table because I think it looks great. Now, you noticed that I also had Executioner and Goblin Queen. We will open those later. I don't want this video to run too long. But there they are. That's my display currently as it stands. And I'm going to keep adding to it. And y'all will stay updated with me as I do. Y'all have a good one.